Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Erika.tesla here. It's so good to have you joining me today. I'm going to be talking about the Kylie bronze and mauve palettes. And here you can see the PR box that I was kindly sent. Here's a little info sheet, but here are the boxes that the palettes came in. I have actually taken them out, so I'm going to show those to you right now. They were kind enough, the Kylie team was kind enough to send me both palettes, and as you can see, the bronze one has like a gold type of writing, and then the mauve one is pink, which is a super cute feature that lets you know which palette you're looking at because it doesn't have it written on there. And then on the back, the color coding is kind of the same. So the bronze palette, the shade names are in this like bronzy tone, and then the mauve palette, you have this pinky tone here to help you know which palette you're picking up. So it's not written on there, but if you look at the colors, you can tell. So here we have the bronze palette, which still has some pinkiness to it, but it's really pretty. So you've got like 10 shades here, and then we have our mauve palette, also 10 shades. Very mauvey, very pinky, very pretty and romantic. So I think you have options with both of these depending on what kind of look you're going for. I did today's look with the mauve palette, and I will have a tutorial in this video showing you how I created this look. And I'm also going to be using some other Kylie products just to kind of pull this look together. And then this palette, I can do a look if you guys are interested, but I'll be having a little extra content up on either IG and or TikTok showing you guys a look that I've done with this palette as well. So let me get into swatches for you guys of these palettes. I'm just gonna kind of go like down the columns here just to kind of get through this in a timely fashion, because I think my last couple of videos were like a little bit long. But as you can see, the shades are really pigmented. So you have a really pretty shimmer there. That is the shade Glowing Through It. I really like that one. That's what I have on the inner corner highlight. We do these two. That's such a pretty shimmer shade. That's the shade, oh, she cute. Oh, she is cute. She's definitely cute. We like her. She's very cute. And then the last two shades here, two mattes. So this is the mauve palette. I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with this formula. They swatch really beautifully. They do go on the eyes really nicely. I'm super impressed with the fact that the matte shades showed up so well on my skin tone, especially these paler shades. But yeah, the shimmers in here are really, really lovely. So yeah, if you like this color story, I have to say this is a good one. Okay, so let's swatch the bronze palette here. Same kind of format. I'm just gonna go 2 by 2. Actually, I have this like upside down, but that's okay. You guys are gonna get the idea. That wasn't a good swatch. So I'm gonna go back in with a little bit more just to show you. That is really, really nice. That's like a deep chocolate. That is the shade Brunette. Really nice, deeper shade. Here. Okay, we're gonna go in with these two. Really pretty shimmers, I have to say, in these palettes. I'm pretty impressed so far, and they look nice on the eye too. Let's see, we'll go in with third set down. Okay, that's a little close to my skin tone, but it does swatch pretty decently. And that's the shade Tell Me More. Sometimes I notice with like these kind of cool tone browns. Maybe am I cool tone? What does that mean? Okay, and okay, we've got these two here. Very pretty. Don't mind my burns and scars. Oh, I'm in the kitchen a lot. Okay, and then the last two shades. So that's very pale, but like I'm okay with that. This is almost like my skin tone, so I won't hold it against the palette. Okay, so here we have the bronze palette. As you can see, this last shade is like almost my skin tone. This shade here, which one is that called again? Vanilla. Vanilla, okay, like this is a very light shade, but this is a shade that I'd probably use like on the inner part of my lid if I wanted to do like a matte look. But overall, I really like the shades. The mattes are smooth, the shimmers are very smooth, they swatch really easily. Again, as I may have mentioned, I did do an eye look with these and I was pretty happy with how the look turned out. So these are the swatches for the bronze palette. Okay, a little bit more information about these palettes. They are, let's see, the formula. These are formulated, so the shadows themselves are formulated in the United States, and then the palettes are assembled in the Dominican Republic. And I'm looking as well, these have a 12-month shelf life on them. Let's see, yes, and again, eye safety warning on the Mauve palette, not this one. This does not have any eye safety warning, so this one is safe for eye use completely. This one, on the other hand, just be aware. Okay, I don't know why I'm holding these palettes like a maniac, but anyway, yeah, just be aware, you know, if you have any sensitivities, sensitive skin, that's just something to be aware of. But I am glad that they did put that on there. I think they're probably obligated to do so. But yeah, these are really cool, and I really think that, you know, if you're on the market for something compact and travel friendly and easy to clean, and they come with like a nice mirror as well. I really like these. I probably will travel with these. Did I need them? No. Do I need anything? No. But Kylie Cosmetics was so kind to send these to me, and I'm glad to have them because I do have to say, like, I really enjoy the formula of these. Like, I really like how the mattes go on. Like, they haven't like settled in my creases. Like, I see that. Yeah, because sometimes I get like some major creasing and I haven't experienced that yet. So I have to do like a little more wear. I do think having a an eye base helps a lot. But anyway, yeah. So that's just a little bit of information about the palette, some swatches. Let's get into this eye look. I will walk you through how I did this eye look, which I'm really enjoying. And yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I will chat with you after the tutorial. So I'm starting with prepping my lips with the Kylie Skin lip oil. So she came out with this collection of lip oils to expand the regular clear one that she has. And so there's 3 options here. We have we have pomegranate, we have a strawberry, and then we have passion fruit. And these are just like really comfortable. So I put the passion fruit on my lips. It feels really good, very comfortable. So I'm gonna let this sit on my lips. I'm going to prep my skin and do my base, and I will be back to do the eye look. I'm gonna start this look off by doing the eyebrows with the Kylie eyebrow pencil. So this is in the shade Deep Brown. Let me zoom you guys in. Hello. Go in with the Kylie Cosmetics the Mauve palette, and as you can see, it has these 10 pretty shades, mauve shades. So I'm going to start with the a medium shade. I'm going to start with the shade Love to See It. And I'm going to start with that in my crease. So I'm going to use my BK Beauty 102 brush to take this into the crease. But these shades, there's a lot of dust up. I don't know if you can see that, which may or may not bother you. But as you can see, the shades go on pretty well for the most part. I do have some creasing in my eyes, so I'm going to work with that. So I'm actually going to switch brushes. I think I need to go in with a smaller brush because the 102 is like a little bit bigger than I need. And I think I overestimated how big of a brush that I would need. So I'm going to go in instead with the BK Beauty brush in 203 so that I can get in there because I have texture in my lid. So I'm like, I have to press the shadows in and it's not specific to this palette, but I'm hoping that the eyeshadow primer will help the shadows to adhere. That's working a little bit better for me. So yeah, that's already working a lot better. And I'm just tapping the color in. I noticed that when I swipe, I tend to have issues with the color performing the way that I want to and building it the way that I want to. So yeah, I think that's looking a lot better. Okay, so the next shade I'm going to go in with is this lighter pink shade blush. I'm going to use this to diffuse the Love to See It shade just a little bit. So again, I'm tapping a little bit. I'm going to tap and blend. Just to add a little dimension to the eye look. So I have a little bit of an ombre effect here. But I'm trying to be really gentle. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the deepest shade in the palette. This is the shade Burgundy Baby. And I'm gonna tap this into the outer V of my eye. Again, for me, the key is tapping the shades in and kind of getting in between those creases. I don't know if you guys can see, but like when I just like swipe, you could see like the skin moves, and that's not the palette, that's just me. So sometimes I have to just be cognizant of the fact that if I swipe, the brush is going to drag across the wrinkles and leave little spaces. But I'm really liking how this is blending so far. It's very smooth. I'm liking this formula a lot. And of course, I think having used an eye base really helps as well, but I'm just taking my time here. Not that you couldn't do a quick eye look with these, because I think that the shades in these palettes are pretty foolproof, but again, knowing how my lids can be, I'm just taking my time. And if I didn't mention it, I'm using the BK Beauty number 207, which is really perfect for moving in with this deeper color and giving me a little more precision and control to apply this color. So I'm liking how that's looking so far, and I'm going to do it to the other side and I'll come back. So next I want to go in with this pretty pink shimmer, Oh She Cute. We'll focus on this, and I'm going to apply it with my finger. And that is really pretty. That is so pretty. Oh yeah, applying with the finger was the right choice. I'm gonna go in maybe with a brush just to kind of add some precision possibly. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if I really need to do too much more. I really like that shade. I'll clean up a little bit here, but that is so pretty. Okay, so I'm going to work on my bottom lid. I'm gonna go back in with the shade Love to See It and a little bit of Burgundy Baby on the lower lash line here to complete the eye look. And I'm going in with the BK Beauty 204 brush. I'm pulling down the shade Love to See It just a little bit, and then I'm gonna top that with the deeper Burgundy Baby. And I'm gonna try and blend them together so that there's like a little bit of diffuseness. So I'm gonna start here in the corner of my eye and kind of drag down the deeper shade a little bit so it's not too intense. And I'm blending them. I don't think I'm gonna come in, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna pull this in a little bit more. I'm trying to stay as close to the bottom lash line as possible just so I don't make the look too dark. But yeah, just a little bit of product at a time, blending these shades together so there's like a little diffuse ombre situation. And I'm gonna repeat this on the other side. Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna see if this shade Glowing Through It will be a good inner corner shade. It is kind of mid-tone, but we're gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna pat a little bit of this in here. And actually, oh, that I'm liking that. That's kind of brightening up the inner corner. It looks a little more deep and beigey in the pan, but it's actually a really nice inner corner highlight shade. So I'm gonna do this on the other side. I'm gonna clean up my face a little bit and I will be back. I'm gonna go in with the Kylie setting powder in the shade Beige. So this is like my perfect like setting shade. And I'm gonna go in with the BK Beauty brush, the 108. Let's see if I can show you guys this. This is like one of my all-time favorite powder brushes because it just gets right under the eye. And I'm not planning to bake because I do have a little texture under here. So I like to take the setting powder and tap it in, press it into the skin. It sets the powder without putting too much product on my skin. And as you can see, you know, this side versus this side is a little bit more mattified. But yeah, I love this brush. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the Kylie bronzer. This is the shade 600 Almond. This is actually the deepest shade that I think her bronzer line runs right now. So I think hopefully they'll add a couple more shades at some point, but I do like the formula. I'm going to go in with this tapered BK Beauty brush. This is number 104, and I like that the end is tapered because you can get into the hollows really easily. And I'm just gonna softly blend this bronzer in. And I'm gonna take some, let me back out a little bit. I'm gonna take some around my head too. I like how the Kylie powders, they play nicely with one another. I did put the loose powder all over my face using the powder brush, dabbing that in, and this is blending in nicely as well. I'm gonna go in with this blush. This is called We're Going Shopping, number 212. I really love this shade. It's kind of like a pretty coral shade. And I'm going to apply this with my BK Beauty 107 brush. And I'm gonna try and be like the cool girls and, you know, stick to the side of my face and not bring the blush down too low, but blending up. As you can see, this is like a pretty pigmented blush. I was a little concerned, although I do have like a medium skin tone sometimes. It doesn't always mean that things are going to show up, but these are pretty pigmented. That was just like one dab. And I'm going to go in on the other side, and you can see this is such a pretty summer shade. Yeah, and these are nice, and actually you can layer them. I think I also want to go in with a little bit of the shade Baddie on the Blocks, which is Baddie on the Block, which is a little bit lighter, but very pretty. And I'll put that here just to add a little dimension. I've been loving the look of layering blushes and mixing colors, and I think that that looks really pretty. So yeah, they put the deeper shade a little bit back, come in with like a slightly lighter shade. But yeah, I really like this formula. For me, it lasts. It's pigmented, and yeah, I've been pretty happy with these. I know that Kylie at one point had like shut the brand down and like reformulated. I had not tried the brand prior to that, so I can't really speak to what the formulas were like prior, but so far I've been liking the blushes. Okay, so last but not least for the face, I'm gonna go in with Kylie's highlighter in Cheers Darling, or number 50. I like this. This is like a really pretty highlighter shade, and then I'm actually gonna switch it up a little bit. And I'm going to use a Sigma brush to apply this. This is the tapered highlighter brush. This is the F35 brush from Sigma. And I'm going to go in, grab some product, and we're gonna just apply this highlighter so you can see, like, it's not blinding. You can build it, but this is like kind of a soft glow. So this is without, and then this is with. And you can build this up. I don't want to put too much on and accentuate the texture. So this isn't like, I don't consider this to be a blinding highlighter, especially when you have like, you know, indie brands coming up with like some insane highlighters. But this is nice. It's like a soft, subtle glow. And it gives you like that natural, healthy glow. Okay, so I don't think that my camera recorded it, but the lip combo that I'm going to be using is Candy K, the lip pencil and the liquid lip, and then I'm going to top it with this gloss in the shade Snatched. I've already put the lip liner on. Again, for whatever reason, I thought I was recording and I wasn't. But I'm going to go ahead and put the liquid lip on. I really like Kylie's lip formula. And I think it goes really nicely with this eye look as well. And I'm going to dab a little gloss on, just in the center. Really, really pretty. Okay guys, so here's the finished look using all Kylie products essentially, except for the base, but the majority of the products that I used were Kylie Cosmetics. For the lashes, I used the Style Doha from Lily Lashes. These are probably my favorite style. I know everyone really likes Miami, but these give a little flair, a little natural flair. As natural as false lashes can be. So I really like them because they're kind of like a lash that I personally feel comfortable wearing every day. But yeah, I really like the way my look came out. I think Kylie's aesthetic is definitely kind of like a natural girly glam type of vibe. So you're not going to find these like really extremely bold color stories in her collections. I know like she's done some fun holiday collections, but even with that, like I haven't necessarily seen it be as intense as say maybe a like some of the indie brands that put out like really colorful products and things like that. So I think that's just a matter of personal preference. I really have been enjoying the products that I've tried. So overall, I say yes to these. Like I really did like the looks that I've come up with these so far. They perform really well for me. The only thing that I will note is for mine, and you'll see this in the tutorial, you know, making sure that you're using the right size brush. I do have more texture in my eyes, so that's the only thing, but that's more like of an application thing rather than a performance thing, because once these get on the lid, I really like how they look. I did use an eye base for these, but you know, you probably could use concealer and be okay. But yeah, these are really pretty. I know that these are not going to be considered like the most, you know, exciting color stories for some folks, and you know, personal opinions aside of the brand owner, you know, I would say just like, you know, if you're looking at this brand objectively, no, it's not like the most exciting release ever, but this is really solid. I would say this is like a really solid collection, a solid release. I would say like these are really good, like everyday staple palettes. Like, thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to spend a little time with me and watch my channel. I really appreciate it. If you could hit that like button, that would be awesome. If you could go ahead and subscribe, because it's free. It is free to subscribe. And I would love it if you left me a comment and let me know what you think about this type of content and anything else that you would like to see, or just to say hi. I appreciate that too. And again, thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.